June the 3rd, 1410. It has been years since I last entered this room. I always expect her to be lying there, with our daughter on her breast, in that bed now covered with dust. Smiling. Glowing the way only they can who know in their bones that their days on earth are numbered. My Jadwiga. Her heart was broken one time too many after our daughter died, only 4 days old. Jadwiga was sick with grief, and with a fever that would not pass. But despite it all, she held true to her duty through that youthful twilight. She told me to marry again. To marry a granddaughter of the legendary Polish king Casimir the Great. This, she said, would strengthen my claim to Poland's throne once she was gone, and prevent another civil war. I had broken her heart when I took her from Prince William. I had broken it again when the child I gave her died in her arms. To obey this desire was the least I could do. She died just 2 weeks after our daughter. Much has changed since then. Poland and Lithuania have grown stronger together. Now, the time has come for us to not only survive, but to conquer our old enemies. We are at war again with the Teutonic Order. But we no longer cower from their discipline and military prowess. We strive to match it. We march now on Marienburg, the Teutonic capital. Once the dust settles on the ruins of that fortress, the union of Poland and Lithuania, the wedding ring of Jadwiga, will stand stronger than ever before. Forces are tied up in sieges throughout Prussia. We must secure these lands and any mercenary.
Let us ravage these lands. I have been itching for a fight for months!
You already know the loyalty of my family. My father Tokhtamish fought many wars by Vytautas' side. For a modest price, my men and I will be your fiercest warriors.
I can see the banners of the Lizard Union among the enemy ranks. These knights have always had connections to Poland. If we reach their leader, we may be able to convince him to stand his forces down. you This castle is ours. Its Polish besiegers will join us in battle against the Teutonic Order when the time comes.
This is an unjust war. The pagans that we once fought have become our fellow Christians. And with that we have lost our casus belli. My men and I will not take up arms against you.
This but a scratch. I will be fine. Just get me back to camp and fill my goblet.
This castle is ours. Its Polish besiegers will join us in battle against the Teutonic Order when the time comes.
Rozkazania? Gotowam jest. Jestem sprawiaczką. Witajcie. Gotowam jest, tak. Tak, pojmuję. Witajcie. Jestem sprawiaczką. Tak. Jestem sprawiaczką. Rozkazania? Tak. Gotowam jest. Rozkazania? Jestem sprawiaczką. Jestem sprawiaczką. Jestem sprawiaczką. Jestem sprawiaczką. Witajcie. Tak. Jestem sprawiaczką.
Prussia is under our control. Let us march on the Teutonic capital.
Jogaila, my scouts inform me that the Teutons have camped near the village of Grunwald, right on the road to Marienburg.
So, they want to force a battle before we reach their capital. Very well. Our ranks are filled and morale is high. We will meet the order in the field.
The
pagan king has decided to face us at last. I was starting to think that you had fled back to Poland.
Form ranks, men! I shall take the right flank with my Lithuanian forces. I have a plan that I want to try out.
My lord, 2 riders are approaching from the Teutonic camp.
Our Grand Master sends these 2 swords to you, King Jogaila. He says that they will prove useful, if you ever muster the courage to face him in the field.
Tell your master that he has waited long enough. I will return these swords to him, lodged in 2 of his commanders. The time has come! Charge, men! For God and Poland!
Do waszych usług.
Tak, panie.
I will be fine. Just get me back to camp and fill my goblet.
The Teutons are sending another wave towards us!
Pull back, men! Let us feign a retreat to lure the Teutons out of formation. And then turn and charge them when they are vulnerable!
The Lithuanians are fleeing the battle. Run them down!
My plan worked. Return to the battlefield and charge once more into the Crusader lines!
Prevailed by now. But we shall turn the tide with one final valiant push. Ride, my knights! Ride with me into the fray!
The Teutonic Order is retreating, and nearly all of their knights lie slain! We have claimed a magnificent victory today, men. We were never able to take the fortress of Marienburg. But in the end, it did not matter. The Teutons were crushed. Their masters lay slain on the fields of Grunwald, and the Order would never truly recover. We held a wild celebration. Vytautas was more drunk with pride, joy, and wine than anyone else after that Tatar maneuver that helped win the battle. After a few hours, I could no longer stand the heat of that great tent. The shouting and the music and the laughter of so many victorious men. I slipped out into the darkness, down to a small stream near our camp. I sat there in silence, giving thanks to God for our victory, and listening to the murmur of the stream and the cold evening wind. I could not help but think of her then, my Jadwiga, who made all this possible. I lost you too soon, and Poland lost its brightest star. But now, at last, I know that your dream will live on, where you could not. I could hear a bell tolling then. A friar, somewhere in the distance, hailing the arrival of the night with that deep, resounding music. It has been a long time since I noticed such things. The little things of beauty that season our days of war and toil and make them almost palatable.